Hey guys, how's it going? It's BobbyKBikes here, and finally, welcome to another Raleigh Arena video. Last time we cleaned it and everything, and today I think I'm going to start working on the rear end. If you crank the pedals round, you'll see it doesn't actually go very far. There's a lot of resistance in there. I think it could be, it's certainly not brake rub, I don't think. I think it's probably going to be most likely old grease in the wheel bearings, or perhaps some resistance from the chain. So we're going to clean all that. We're going to put fresh grease in the bearings, maybe have another go at cleaning up the wheel rim, maybe clean up the derailleur as well, but I don't really want to get into advanced derailleur rebuilding, not on this bike anyway. And we'll put the rear mudguard on because it's been sitting on my workbench since last summer, and we'll give it a general clean. For those of you who've joined us recently, I've noticed we've had a lot of new subscribers in the last month or so. Thank you very much, all of you who are new. Quick recap with this bike. It's an October 1976 Raleigh Arena 5-speed, and it spent much of its 40-year life in a shed, so it was a real sort of barn find, shed find type thing. The chain guard isn't original, but other than that the bike is very original. There's a lot of, yes, it's on a lot of original parts, so it's not often you come across a bike in this condition. Anyway, let's crack on with the strip down of the rear end. Now, I've removed the rack, brakes, rear lamp and wheel, so we've now got much better access to clean this area of the frame. Now, as I said earlier, this bike's been laid up for much of the last 40 years, so you can pretty much bet that this mud on the frame is 1970s mud, so that's pretty cool. But it's time for it to come off. Now, I got the wheel off. I found that the cassette spins pretty nicely, so I don't think the problem in the wheel spinning is with it. However, when you grab the wheel by the spindle, it really doesn't want to turn. A handy tip for a wheel with a stuck cone nut is to put the wheel in a vise by the spindle. Make sure you get a rag around the spindle so that you don't damage the threads with the jaws of the vise. Get it in, and put your cone spanner on the offending cone nut, and with any luck it should come free for you. Just as I thought, the grease has completely dried out. It almost looks like there's no grease in there, just the dirty brown residue that's left behind. Now, as always, we're going to get the bearings out with the magnetic rod stick thing, as it's a good way to get the bearings out without dropping them. Another suspicion has been confirmed. The other side of the spindle was one of Raleigh's cost-cutting measures, where there is no way of getting a cone spanner on there. It's round all the way through without the little machined bit to get the cone spanner on. For reference for the rebuild, this was on the drive side, and you couldn't have got to it with the cone spanner anyway because it was deep inside the sprocket and the big spacer went there. Okay, I've cleaned and polished the brakes and reinstalled them. I've also put the rear mudguard on, and I may need to fiddle around with the stays, and I need to find a nut and bolt to hold it in place on this side. I've removed the chain and I've got it sitting and soaking in a GT85 and methylated spirits, going to try and clean it up. And I've noticed that the cranks don't spin at all nicely. It's a struggle to get them to do a revolution freely, so we're going to have to rebuild that no matter what. Okay, we're going to need a big flat blade to get one of these jockey wheels off. I'm not going to do anything more than the jockey wheels because I'm not much of a derailleur expert, as has just become apparent. Oh, now this wasn't at all like the one on the Falcon, as the Falcon's derailleur is the only one I've ever rebuilt. Seems that this screw bolt here connects through the spring that allows you to, that keeps the tension in for doing that with your derailleur, so I might not even want to take that one off. We'll certainly set to and remove the other one. Now it's a fairly small spanner. I think it's going to be a 9 or an 8. And it's a 9. Okay guys, I've got the back wheel back in, back brakes are back on and connected up. I just need to reinstall the blocks. I'll give them a quick clean. And derailleur is all back together. The wheel spins quite nicely, all the right sounds, and it's spinning for a good enough long time. I might need to do a bit of fine tuning to the cones, but all in all I'm happy. I've taken the seat out just to give me better access to this area of the frame for cleaning, and I'll also clean the rails of the seat, and I'll clean the seat post, maybe get some grease in there just to make it come in and out a little bit more easily. I think that's all I'll do for this session. Next time, hoping to get into the bottom bracket, get that rebuilt, because as I showed you, it's not spinning nicely. Same goes for the pedals, and I've seen a way into these pedals, so next time we might be able to do a little pedal rebuild how-to with this type, certainly. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed the video, hope you've maybe learned something, that you're enjoying following the project. If you did, please give the video a like the Facebook page, follow me on Twitter. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta, bye.